Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So glad you can make it. Time to start a new project for me, and it involves what's in this. So let's get to it. Again, welcome back to the channel, everyone. So glad that you could be here. By the time you see this, all of these will have been done. Those are projects that I'm fixing to start on at the same time that I'm starting on this. Well, what's in this is a culmination of a few things. The trips to the pig hunt of a different kind. I was able to get this in a pack, a little Ziploc pack that had this and another car or two in it. So that's going to be part of it. I had this casting that was sent to me and it was in rough shape, so I'm redoing it. You can see the wheels have already come. I've already drilled this bad boy apart and taken it apart and everything, as you can see, just to have as a future project, because I knew I was wanting to do something with this truck. So you've got that. Well, if you've got those two, if you've got those two things, what do you need? Well, you've got to have a way. You've got to have a way to haul it, right? Another wonderful channel supporter sent me this trailer. As a matter of fact, it was Mr. Jeff Brummett. So you can see where I am going with this, right? I mean, everything's got to be stripped. Everything's got to be painted. A lot of work's got to be done. But this is the direction we're heading. So stay tuned. We're going to get this bad boy rolling with getting this drilled apart. Now, I'm expecting a little bit of trouble because if you look, you can see this moves. And I've got a feeling it's not supposed to move. I got a feeling it's supposed to stay down like that, because if it puts any weight on it, this lifts up and the front wheel doesn't want to roll. The whole thing wants to drag. So I'm assuming something has come loose or wore out and it's got to stay down so it would roll properly. So there'll be a little bit of repair on that. It's time to work on this. We've got the motorcycle apart. It's time to work on this. I don't want it to stay exactly the same. I'm going to do a couple things to it, but I'm not going to go outrageous because of the wheel choice that I made. But there is something that I want to do, and it involves this up here. That needs to be opened up just a little bit. So if I look, I can see where the post is. It basically comes roughly right here, the back of it. So I want to open up basically this whole flat area and leave just a little bit at the back, because the lead on the pencil is pretty thick. I'm going to go something like that right there. And I want to leave some on the back. And then pretty much just follow that line right down the side. Alright, got the holes in the hood. Now let's cut this bad boy out. The blade I'm using is a number 3, and the reason I'm using a number 3 instead of the one that comes with it, which is universal and can cut any direction, is just because it cuts quicker. That's all. Now that stated, it also breaks quicker too. I've probably broke 2 of these things today. Sometimes it's a problem trying to find the right angle. There we go. And you always want to cut on the downstroke. You want to keep the heat as low as you can. And go up, pull back, go up, push in, go down. That helps keep the heat away from the blade, because the heat is what breaks the blade. And that quick, I'm through that side. There it went out across the yard. We got our hole cut. Already got that squared up. Now I just gotta get this back. Watch how quick it goes. Find something to hold it on. Hit it at an angle and look at that. A little bit more to get rid of that round in the corners, but we are almost there. I think I'm going to stop with that because it's fixing to start going down the side of the cowl right there. So I think I'm going to stop with that. Now something else I've been working on for the past few minutes is trying to get this cowl flat. Because if you remember, it starts low and then it goes up in the back. I want it flat going across there. And as you can see, I am very, very close to it being flat along that back edge right there. So I think I'm going to stop with that because I'm going to have something coming through there. So I don't want it to look like it's uneven. We're going to try to get that casting line off right there. I've already started on the other side, but I'm going to hit it with something a little bit more abrasive. And then we'll have to come back and polish out those scratches. Currently hitting it with 150. And that'll do the job really quick, as you can see. Then we'll just come back and polish those out with 320. That's as far as I need to go because I'm going to be using a paint. It's not going to be transparent like a Spectraflame or anything. It's actually going to be primer and paint. So just trying to get rid of these casting lines that you can see on there. Make the overall paint job just that much cleaner, you know. We're not going for perfection, like I said, because we're not doing a Spectraflame. I'm just trying to get some of those casting lines off of it. Got all the casting lines out all the way down, so that'll make a nice slick finish whenever I get it done. I'm gonna go along now and hit it with the 320, and that'll shine it up a good bit. All right, here we go. Got the hood nice and flat, like I was telling you about. Because like I said, sometimes this back edge right here, they will have it kind of cockeyed. Even the top name guys, they'll leave it cockeyed. And I'm going to have something sticking up through there. But I have to cover up that in there first. So I made this little piece of styrene. And this will go, like I showed you before, over this and around that hole. If I can get my fingers to work. Like such. So I'm going to glue that in, and then we'll have another piece that we're going to put on here. But it is almost ready to prime. Well, that's a little bit too much, but hey, it'll get the job done. Stick it back to the back, make sure it's square, and drop it down. Uh-oh. Of course, I'm going to stick it to my fingers now. So I need to glue the other piece. And what I did was I just took a couple little small pieces of styrene and glued it together because I wanted something with a little bit of height to it. So now I need to glue that on right there. Now I'll take a little bit of glue. I'm going to use tweezers this time. And try to stick this on as straight as I can. Alright, got it re-glued. Oh yeah, right down the middle. But here's the idea I had for that. I got it from this casting. So now you know what direction I'm going. Now I just got to pick out what size I want to use. Don't want anything too big. Maybe something like these. Yeah, maybe. Let's stick it together and see how it looks. Now what I want to do is take a pencil and mark the rough opening so that I can be sure to stay inside that opening. Alright, so we got this thing that came off the motorcycle, and as you can see it's tarnished. So we're going to drop it down on the CLR and let it do its thing for a few minutes. Alright, took all the tarnish and stuff off. Now we're going to try to polish this up. I didn't leave it in there but for 5-6 minutes. It didn't take off everything, but I didn't want to destroy the casting because I didn't know what kind of shape the die cast was underneath it. So let's try to polish it up. Good old flits and see what it does. I'll start on the tailpipe just so we can see. Give us an idea of what's going to happen. Whenever you use flits, you want to use it on low speed. You don't want to use it on high. High will do no good. I'm not looking for a perfect finish on this. I just want it to look better than it did. If I have to, I can use my monotone chrome pen and re-chrome it. I hope I don't have to, but we'll see. Now, you see some slight pitting. What I may try to do is hit that with some light sandpaper and get rid of that. I'm going to polish up the whole thing and see how it does. You can see some light pitting right there. We polish up the whole thing. So here it is after the second polish. It looks really good. I could spend a lot more time with brushes and stuff and get down in there. But I think I'm going to be happy with that, because you'll never see that, because that's where the body goes. So I think I'm going to stop with that, because I think it looks pretty dang good considering with what we started with.